So this month it's LGBT History Month. At the moment there's loads of campaigns, positive ones like the rainbow laces and things like that. How important do you think it is to get visibility like that in sport at the moment?
Yeah, it's massive. Stonewall's Rainbow Lace campaign's brilliant. They've worked really hard to push it. The FA, they have a full weekend of it now. Rugby Union have bought into it. When they have their actual Rainbow Laces Day, we're actually out of season, so we can't help, but I wear them all year round and a lot of the lads at the club do. So it's really important, the message of role models and like you say, visibility, just kind of normalising and breaking down stereotypes that people who are gay can play sports and things like that. It's a massive issue and a really good campaign.
Yeah, so what kind of impact did hiding your sexuality originally have on your early career in rugby?
I think it probably, in hindsight, inhibited it, held me back a little bit. If you're not concentrating on any job properly, then you're not going to do it as well as you can do. Yeah, it definitely had a detrimental effect, but you know, I still managed to play professionally and things like that, but you do wonder what would have happened if maybe I'd have come out a bit earlier.
You made the decision to come out in 2015. What was just the initial reaction amongst your teammates?
Everyone at Batley, from the fans all the way up to the team, the coaching staff, the chairman, they were all fantastic. Gave me the full support, and it was a bit of a non-issue really. And that was as soon as I started getting ribbed about it, I knew that was the biggest form of acceptance really. So I couldn't have asked for a better team to go through that with, because it was a bit of a journey, and there was a lot of change and a lot of publicity and things like that. And the lads, they certainly kept me grounded anyway. So yeah, I'm really thankful that they were there to share that experience with me.
So after you initially came out, there was quite a lot of news attention on it. Did you feel like you were in the public eye all of a sudden? Was it hard to deal with?
Yeah, I was kind of thrust into the spotlight a little bit, and it wasn't what I was expecting. I mean, I was a second division rugby league player, but it really, struck a chord with people, and it did become a bit of a big deal. And it kind of made me realise that if I didn't use my position of notoriety, I guess, to do something and try to make a positive change, then I thought that I had an obligation to do that. That's why I kind of hooked up with Stonewall and helped with their stuff. And just being that role model, being visible and things like that, I think it's really important that not only our sportsmen and women do it, but also allies do it as well.
After you did come out and you had this really positive reaction, did you feel like an improvement in your own performance on the pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. The year after I came out, I probably had my most successful season, and we as a club did. And I think that that bit of diversity and that bit of adversity that maybe we went through, the unusual circumstances and things, and then the trust and things that comes from someone opening up like that, kind of galvanised us, and we had a really good season. And me personally, I had a really good season, ended up signing Super League after that. So me coming out has only been a positive experience, emotionally, socially, at work. Everything to do with me coming out has been a really positive experience.
In recent years, inclusivity in sports become a real issue. You've had people like Gareth Thomas come out, but no professional footballers have yet.
Football's a different animal really. The reach that it has and the popularity, not only in this country but worldwide, you can only come out when you're ready to do it. And I think if, as a professional sportsman, certainly a footballer, you're opening yourself up to a criticism, coming out telling 50 people that you're gay, coming out and telling 20,000 people if you're a rugby league player, coming out and telling millions of people if you're a footballer. There's a bit of added pressure there, and I think that plays a part. So we can't really go on a witch hunt and want people to come out. All we can be responsible is for making an environment where people feel safe to do that and comfortable enough to do it. Any advice I would give, certainly what I would give to myself if I could go back and talk to a 15, 16-year-old me, would be to speak to someone. Now, I know you might not necessarily want to tell your closest friend, or if you don't necessarily know what's going on, but pick up a phone, go on a message board. There's charities, there's helplines. If you don't feel like you can speak to a coach or a friend or a family member, speak to a stranger. Get it all off your chest. 2018, when we're talking about mental health, especially in young men, bottling things up and worrying about things, it's not good for you and it's not healthy, and it's only going to lead to trouble further down the line. So if you can talk to about being unsure, being scared, not knowing what's going on, which a lot of people don't, just with anybody, it doesn't have to be someone you know, I think that would be my biggest piece of advice.